Hello and welcome to today's practice. I'm so glad you're joining me today. Our practice today will surround the idea of balance. So we're going to work on balancing not only our breath, but balancing our physical bodies as well. And of course, we're going to work on some balance poses. For gear to have on hand, I have my trusty blanket and I've got a chair. Because we're going to be working on balance, make sure you have something nearby that's sturdy so you can hold on to it as we explore our balance all together. As always, this is your practice. Feel free to honor your body, listen to your body, move in the best way possible. And I encourage you to make each one of these poses your own. All right, so with all of that being said, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let's go ahead and start by lying down. Use a minute to settle in. Shift and adjust as you need to so that your body is fully supported by the ground underneath you. As you begin to settle in, allow your gaze to soften. Draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. One more time, big full breath in. And out. With these first few breaths, just begin to notice how you arrive into this space. Observe from a place of compassion. And as you begin to notice how you arrive, take the next few breath cycles and notice how your body makes connection with the mat underneath you. Maybe starting with the back of your head down to your shoulders, your spine, maybe your ribs, your hips, maybe the backs of your legs, maybe your heels or the soles of your feet. Begin to notice that physical support of the earth. And with the next couple of breaths, begin to notice the support of the air around you. So notice those points of your body or those parts of your body that are held by the air. Your face, your arms, and belly, the tops of your legs, the tops of your feet. And then with the next couple of breaths, just notice your body as a whole being. And as you begin to notice the sensations that may or may not be present, gradually shift your attention and awareness into the support of your breath. As you notice the support of your breath, maybe notice the quality of your breath. How does your breath begin to resonate in your body? And from this place of awareness, I invite you to bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart, and gently allow your breath to become a little more intentional. As you do, begin to breathe into your belly. Gently breathe into your ribs, up into your chest, out your nose, and as you exhale, do so from your nose, your chest, your ribs, and your belly. So we're beginning to follow our breath through the center line of our body. And as you exhale, begin to gently engage your diaphragm. So we're almost knitting our ribs together. The strength and the stability from our balance work comes from our breath, and it comes from the strength of this place around our diaphragm, the center part of our belly. So as you begin to breathe and begin to connect through your diaphragm, notice how this sensation feels, because we'll be coming back to it later on. Gentle engagement, contraction right around the lower ribs. And just another breath or so. And gently float both hands up to your heart. And from this space around your hands and heart, come into a place of gratitude. And from this place of gratitude, bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. And we'll hold to this bit of gratitude in our heart as we move through our practice. On your inhale, reach your arms overhead. Lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe stretch from side to side, front and back. One more nice big full breath here. And exhale, hug your knees into your chest. And make some small circles with your knees and hips. Begin to connect your breath with your movement. And go the other way. And gently release, bring both feet to the mat. With your right leg, go ahead and reach it up to the sky. And just reach your hands by your sides for just a moment. Press into the backs of your hands. Begin to find that connection through your center body. On your inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. And with this action, begin to firm to the midline. So it's a very subtle movement, but you're pressing your palm sort of towards the midline of your body, and your inner ankle and inner thigh toward the midline of your body. So we're activating our muscles here, creating a little bit of stability. Nice big full inhale. And as you exhale, lower your leg so that it's even with your bent knee. Reach your left arm overhead, and then inhale back to center. So find that connection through your center body. You can also place your right hand there to encourage that. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower your leg. Reach your arm overhead. One more time back to center. And exhale, lower. And inhale back to center. And hug your right knee into your chest. Let your foot soften, let go of any effort. Breathe here. And we'll switch sides, so bring your right foot to the mat. And reach your left foot up to the sky. Flex your foot and press as if you're going to stamp it into the ceiling, like you're going to walk on the ceiling. Find your breath. And reach your right arm up to the sky. And for just a moment, actively firm to the midline. So engage through your inner thigh. Begin to engage through your shoulder and chest muscles so that your arm is gently active. Nice big full breath in, and as you exhale, lower your leg to about the same height as your other leg, your bent leg. Reach your arm overhead. Press into your right foot. Bring everything back to center. And we'll do that twice more. Inhale, and as you exhale, lower your leg, lower your arm. Inhale back to center. And one more time. And back. And gently release. Hug your knee in. Soften your shoulders, your belly, your ribs. And bring both knees in. Big full breath here. And with the next couple of breaths, make your way to a seated position. And feel free to sit up on your blanket or your pillow. Whatever support you need here today is absolutely totally fine. You can also sit in a chair. It's totally fine too. Bring your hands by your sides. Allow your shoulders to soften on your inhale. Sweep your right arm up. Hinge on over to the left. And inhale, sweep your left arm up. Hinge on over to the right. And once more on each side. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. This time pause here for a moment. So root through your right sit bone and actively open your heart up to the sky. And allow your breath to fill the entire right side of your body, creating that expansiveness through your ribs. Big full breath here. And back to center. And reach your left arm up and over. And see if you can lift up out of your right shoulder. So we're not sinking here, but it's this sort of lifting action. Let your breath create a sense of buoyancy as you reach through your left rib cage. Open your heart up to the sky. Big full breath. Exhale back to center. And for just a moment, bring your hands out in front of you and find a gentle forward fold here. Big full breath. Find some length through your heart. And come back to center. Let's go ahead and make our way to hands and knees. Taking a moment to bring the support that you need underneath your knees. We're going to be here for a couple minutes, so make sure that your knees are happy here in this space. And when you get there, bring your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. With the rhythm of your breath, we'll bring some movement into our spine. Inhale, soften your belly, lift your heart and gaze. And exhale, round through your spine. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, lift. And release. One more time. And with the next couple of breaths, just bring the movement your body needs here. Working out any lingering kinks. And gently find center with your next breath or so. So as we come into this place, begin to find that hand of support on your belly. Find that connection through your lower ribs. Hold that support. Reach your right toes out behind you. Just let them touch down. And reach your left fingertips out in front. So your arm and leg firm to the midline. And on your inhale, lift your arm, lift your leg. Maybe let your gaze go out past your fingertips. Exhale, lower your leg, lower your arm. One more time, inhale, lift. And lower. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, lift. Option to lower to the mat or round your spine. Draw your knee and elbow together at center. Inhale, reach. And exhale together. And reach. And then exhale, lower everything down. Bring a little bit of movement here. Breathe fully. And just check in with both sides. Notice how that may feel. We'll shift to the other side. So find that support in your belly. Reach your left leg out long behind you. Right fingertips touch down in front of you. Find your breath. On your inhale, lift your arm, lift your leg firm to the midline. Exhale, lower down. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift. And lower. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Option to lower down to the earth or round your spine. Draw your knee and elbow together. And inhale, reach. And exhale. Inhale, reach. And let everything touch down to the earth. Draw your toes together. Widen your knees as much as you'd like. Send your hips to your heels. And allow your upper body to find support on the mat underneath you. Let go of that effort in your belly. Allow your breath to fill the space in your backside. So soften into your ribs. Find that space through your rib cage. Soften through your spine. Create space through your shoulder blades. And let your head and neck be fully supported so that they can soften. Create a little bit of space. One more full breath here. On your inhale, make your way all the way to your knees. And go ahead and have your chair nearby. So I'm going to tuck mine over to the right side of my body. I'll make it a little bit closer. So you want to make sure that your chair is by your side so that when you bring your hand down, your hand can be in line with your shoulder. And it may just be that your elbow touches down to the chair too. So just take a moment here to check in with that alignment. So when you're ready, bring your right knee under your hip and reach your left leg out to the side. So your foot may touch down to the earth, or it may reach up to the sky. It's totally up to you and what's best in your body. I might go back and forth, so you can play with it. So bring your left hand to your hip. On your inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. So root through your right leg and reach through your fingertips. Create that space through your entire right side. Big full breath in. Now as you exhale, bring your hand or your elbow to the chair and just reach your left arm up and over. So same action here. We're not sinking into our shoulder, but we're pressing into the earth and creating that space and that lift. And we're using our breath to create that lift. Reach your left arm up and over, big full breath. And windmill your hands, switch to the other side. Left hand to your hip, right arm reaches up and over. And one more time to the other side, windmill your hands. Right arm touches down to the chair. Left arm reaches up and over. Option to lift your left leg. Big full breath. And exhale, release. Bring it all back to center. Side B. Go ahead and bring your chair to the other side. So this time let your left knee be just in line with your left hip. Reach your right leg out to the side. Find that support in your belly, right? So that connection to the midline and then lengthen through the back of your head. So we're not sitting in anywhere, but we're always lifting up and out. So bring your right hand to your hip. Inhale, sweep your left arm up and over. Find that expansiveness through your left rib cage. Big full breath here. Windmill your hands over so that your elbow touches down underneath your shoulder. Reach your left arm up to the up and overhead. Actively open your heart to the sky. So you get that nice long lengthening through your right side. Big full breath. One more time, windmill your hands. Bring your right hand to your hip, left arm up and over. And windmill your hands. One more time. Left arm to the chair, right arm up and over. Find that support and that connection through your belly. Option to leave your toes down, or maybe they lift. Maybe they do touch and goes. Big full breath. Find that lift and length. And as you exhale, bring everything back to center. Let's go ahead and make our way to stand. And use the chair since it's already there. I'm just going to move my blanket out of the way. So find your standing position. Let your feet be just underneath your hips and just roll your shoulders forward. And roll them back. And open and close your hands. Rotate your wrists. And go the other way. Bring your hands by your sides, palms face the front. Inhale, reach your arms and gaze up to the sky. Exhale, lower your hands, lower your chin. A couple more times just like that. Inhale, lift. And release. One more time. And gently rock your head from side to side. And just pause for a moment. Bring everything back to center. Lift your shoulders up, down, and back. Lift your heart. Find that buoyancy in your breath. Go ahead and grab your chair. And we'll turn it so that the back of our chair is facing us, so that the higher part is facing towards us. So take a moment, root your feet into the earth, and firm to the midline, right? So get that action of really firming to the midline, beginning to find that connection. On your inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, shift your weight into your right foot, and as you exhale, step your left foot back. And just make sure you can see your toes here. Your knee is just over your ankle. Gently lift your gaze, soften your heart. Big full breath. Nice big full inhale, reach through your hands. And as you exhale, begin to touch them down to the chair, and your weight begins to shift into your right foot here. On your breath, begin to shift your weight all the way into your right foot. Just let your left toes touch down. So with your right arm out in front of you, press it towards the midline. Flex your left foot, press that towards the midline. We've done this before. Find that connection through your center body. Big full breath in. As you exhale, lift your leg, reach your right arm out in front of you. Inhale back to center. One more time. Exhale, reach and lengthen. Find that strength in your center. Option to stay. Maybe your toes touch down. Maybe both arms reach out in front wherever you are. Nice big full breath in. As you exhale, bring it all back to center. Big full breath. And we'll shift sides. So bring your chair over to the other side, or you can just stay right where you are. You don't have to sweep your chair around. So, take a moment, feet underneath your hips. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, shift your weight into your left foot and step your right one back. Big full breath. Nice big full inhale, reach through your fingers. As you exhale, shift your weight forward into your left foot. Fingertips touch down to the chair and lift your right toes. So for just a moment, flex through your right foot, reach through your heel, reach your left arm out in front. So find that connection through your center body, that hand of support, big full breath in. And as you exhale, lift your leg, reach your arm out in front. Inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, reach. Big full breath here. Toes may be lifted, they may be down to the earth. Wherever you are, breathe. Option to reach your right arm out in front. Nice big full inhale. Exhale, bring everything back to center. And just give it a little bit of a shake. And as you shake it, take 2 steps back. Big steps. Just to even out our low back a little bit. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bend your knees. Reach your hands towards your chair. Find a forward fold. Bring a little bit of movement to your head. Allow your knees to be nice and deeply bent here, creating space for your low back. Especially if your hamstrings are singing here, you got nice tight hamstrings. Create a little bit of space. One more full breath here. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Go ahead and turn your chair so that the seat faces you now. And step your feet out nice and wide. And with your feet out nice and wide, go ahead and turn your right toes to face the chair. Bring your hands to your hips and just rock your hips out a little bit. Just create a little bit of space. We've been doing a lot of firming to the midline, so we'll just loosen some of this up a little bit. On your next breath, just let your your left hip soften towards your left leg. On your inhale, reach your arms to shoulder height. As you exhale, bend your right knee. Check in, make sure you can see your toes. Allow your arms to be soft, your hands to be soft. Big full breath. Reach through your right fingertips. Create a nice long right side. Bring your elbow to your knee or your hand to your knee. Left hand to your hip for just a moment here. So no matter what connection you make with your right knee, create some lift out of your shoulder. So we're not sinking in anywhere, but we're lifting out. And with your left arm, reach it up and over. Press into your left foot and find that length from your foot all the way through to your fingertips. Big full breath here. Exhale, windmill your hands back to center. Straighten your right leg. Lower your hands and then switch your feet. So turn your left toes out. And once again, rock your hips from side to side. So your right toes might turn in a little bit, and that's totally fine. And let your right hips soften. Reach your arms out to shoulder height. Big full breath in. Now as you exhale, bend your left knee. And again, make sure your knee is over your ankle. Find a little bit of support in your belly here. Reach through your fingertips and then soften. Big full breath. Reach through your left hand. Elbow or hand touches down to your knee. Right hand to your hip for just a moment. So we're finding that actively opening through our chest, reaching up to the sky. And maybe reach your right arm up and over. A big, full, buoyant breath, letting our breath create lift and space out of our shoulder, through our ribs. One more nice, big, full inhale. Now as you exhale, press into your feet, come back to center. Straighten your leg. Lower your hands. One more time, turn your feet. We're going to incorporate a little bit of balance here. So reach your arms to shoulder height. Right toes are facing out, left toes sort of facing in. Exhale, bend your right knee. Nice big full breath here. Exhale, reach through your fingertips. Elbow or hand touches down to your knee. Left hand to your hip. So set your foundation here. Find that openness through your heart, that lift through your ribs. Sweep your left arm up to the sky. So option to stay here. To explore just a little bit of balance, bring your right hand to the chair and begin to shift your weight into your right foot. I have to adjust my foot a little bit. And as you do, just begin to lift your left leg. You can bring your hand to your hip here. And as you begin to explore some of that balance, you may find that your leg stays. Press into your left foot as if you're going to press into the wall behind you. Maybe reach your left arm to the sky, wherever you are. Big full breath. And as you exhale, make your way back down to center smartly, so take your time. Parallel your feet, and just take a big full breath here. And then we'll shift the sides. So go ahead and bring your chair over to the left side. Step your feet out nice and wide. Turn your left toes out to face the chair. Reach your arms to shoulder height, big full breath in. And as you exhale, bend your left knee. So find that strength in your belly, that length through your spine, big full breath. As you exhale, reach through your fingertip, knee to your elbow to your knee, and bring your right hand to your hip. So set your foundation, find that lift through your chest. So we're not sinking here, but we're lifting. We're using our breath to create that buoyancy. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Big full breath here. Option to stay. Option to reach your left hand to the chair. Begin to send your weight into your left foot. As you do, begin to lift your right one. And again, it may do touch and goes. I'm just going to bring my hand to my hip for a second. Your foot may do touch and goes, and that's totally fine. Press into your right foot as if you're going to stamp it on the wall beside you. Maybe reach your right arm up to the sky. Big full breath here. And as you exhale, gently, intentionally, make your way back to center. Press into your left foot. Come on back to stand. Bring your hands behind you, or you can bring them to your hips. And gently wrap your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart. Create a little bit of space in our belly. And gently release. And bring everything back to center. And for just a moment, bring your hands to your heart. Lift your heart to your thumbs. Check in and notice what you notice. And release. Make your way to the bow of your mat. Short edge, the top, whatever you would like to call it. On your inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, gently fold forward. We'll just pause for a moment here in this forward fold. Maybe take your hands to your elbows, rock out your shoulders, head and neck. Release your hands, big full breath in. As you exhale, walk your feet back. Find your downward facing dog shape. Again, allow your knees to soften here, big full breath. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the earth. And send your hips back. Find your child's pose or wisdom pose. Allow your breath to fill the entire back side of your body. And soften into the support of the earth. One more full breath here. And reach your arms out nice and long in front of you. And look between your thumbs, big full breath in. As you exhale, gently shift forward and then come all the way on to your belly. Tuck your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows nice and close. Inhale, press into the tops of your feet, press into your hands, and just lift your heart. And exhale, lower. Twice more just like that. Inhale, lift. And lower. One more time. Gently release. Bring your hands underneath your forehead. Bend your knees and rock them from side to side. And release. Bring your feet back down to the earth. Press into your hands. Find that tabletop shape. And swing your feet around to the front. And use your blanket here so you can sit up on your blanket, creating a little bit of a lift so that your low back gets a little bit of relief here. Reach your legs out nice and long. Press into your hands, and for just a moment, find that space. So press beyond your feet. Lift beyond the crown of your head. Nice big full breath in here. Let your shoulder blades slide down your back, and as you exhale, walk your hands towards your ankles. Draw your heart to your toes, find that length in your spine, big full breath in, and as you exhale, just soften into this space. Find your expansive breath, allow it to radiate belly, ribs, heart space, and into your entire body. And just another breath or so. And on your inhale, gently make your way back to center. And walk your hands behind you a step or so. Bend your elbows, curl your shoulder blades together, lift your heart, maybe point your toes. So you get this nice long front body here. Big full breath. And gently come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet onto your mat. Go ahead and remove the lift from underneath your hips. Big full breath, then as you exhale, make your way all the way on to your back. Ooh, watch out for your chair if it's there. And when you make your way onto your back, reach your legs out nice and long. Reach your arms overhead. I'm just going to shift my chair out of the way as I do so. Big full breath in, reach. And exhale, bring the soles of your feet onto the mat. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Reach your arms out to a T. Press into the backs of your hands and just rock your knees from side to side. We did a lot of subtle core work, some not so subtle core work. So just create some space in your low belly, in your hips. And release, come back to center. And then switch sides. So bring your left ankle to your right knee. And just rock your knees from side to side. You always pause anywhere that may need that little extra attention, that little extra support. And gently release. Bring both feet back to the earth. And then gently hug your knees into your chest. Soften your belly, your ribs, your heart. And reach your feet up to the sky. And you can hold your legs here if you'd like. And just bring a little bit of movement to your feet and toes. Just pause here for a couple of breaths. Allow gravity to support this posture. One more big full breath. Exhale, release. Hug your knees in. Reach your left arm out to the side. Big full breath, and as you exhale, lower your knees to the right. Use a moment, shift as you need to, and then find support in the space in your practice. Find support by the mat, by your breath. Just another breath or so. And gently come back to center. And just pause for a moment here, breathe. And we'll shift to the other side, reach your right arm out, just big full breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the left. And breathe. As you settle in, make any adjustments as you need to, so that your body is fully supported by the space. And just another breath or two. And on your inhale, come back to center. And with the next few breaths, bring the movement, stretch, or direction your body needs to best complete your practice today. Your movement doesn't have to be anything organized. It's just movement. And when you feel as though your practice is as complete as it's going to be, settle into your integration form. So your legs may be out nice and long here. Maybe the soles of your feet are on your mat with your knees resting against one another. Whatever shape or position you find, take a moment and settle in. I'm just making my way to a seated position here so that I can talk to you. And as you settle in, allow your gaze to soften. And draw in a nice big full inhale. Exhale, sigh it away. One more full breath in and out. And with the next few breaths, just give yourself permission to soften into the supports underneath you. So notice how the earth holds you up. And see if you can create space in that support. Allow your breath to be passive and gentle. Allow your focus to soften around the edges. And gift yourself this time to just be. Each time you notice your attention begin to wander and drift, ever so patiently bring your awareness into your breath. Into the sensation of being supported by the earth underneath you. Nowhere to be and nothing to do, but to just allow your breath and the pure physical sensations of your practice to occupy your main awareness. And we'll breathe here for just a few more breaths. You can always pause and stay in this space for as long as you like. And join in whenever you're ready. And gently allow your breath to begin to deepen. And as it does, check in with your body from head to toe. Just notice what you notice without commentary, but from that place of compassion, from that place of awareness. And gently bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, lengthen from fingertips to toes. Maybe let go a sigh or a yawn. And gently hug your knees into your chest. Hold gratitude in your heart for your body as perfect as it is, and for this time that you have given yourself today. Gently make your way to a seated position. If you're sitting cross-legged, I invite for you to cross the opposite leg in front. So the leg you don't normally cross in front. Go ahead and cross it. We'll finish our practice today with what's called the mental alternate nostril breathing. This is a practice to reduce some stress, a practice to reduce anxiety, but it's also a practice to bring balance into our body, into the different sides of our body, the different energies of our body, right? It brings it all into a place of neutrality and a place of balance. That's the idea anyways. So just let your hands touch down to your lap wherever they will. And draw in a nice big full inhale. And exhale. And with the next couple of breaths, just bring awareness to your breath and the tips of your nose. So right in your nostrils. And from this awareness of your breath and the tips of your nose, on your inhale, notice your breath on the right side of your nose, right in your right nostril. And see if you can follow your breath as it crosses the bridge of your nose. And then exhale, follow your breath out of your left nostril. A little weird, but just hang in there. Inhale, follow your breath from the left nostril. Cross the bridge of your nose. Exhale, follow your breath out of your right nostril. That is one full cycle. We'll do a couple more just like that. Inhale, follow your breath through the right side of your nose. Cross the bridge of your nose, and then exhale, follow your breath out of the left side. One more time. Inhale through the left. Cross the bridge of your nose. Exhale out of the right. And once more all together. Inhale through the right. Cross the bridge of your nose. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Cross the bridge of your nose. Exhale through the right. On your next inhale, let go of that intentional breath. Notice what you notice. And gently float your hands to your heart. Lower your chin, draw your gaze inward. Come into a place of gratitude. And bring to mind one thing that you are grateful for today. On your inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, palms together. Honor yourself, those around you, and your yoga practice. Exhale, hands to your forehead, that your thoughts may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. To your lips, that your words may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. And to your hearts, that your actions may bring peace to yourselves and those around you. I hope you have a really beautiful day. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining in today.